Welcome to Culture No Cap. I'm your host, Eric Spencer, along with co-host Reverend Eric Helton in the building. What's up, man?
What's good with you, man?
Hey, it's another week down.
Another
Good.
week now. Man, it took all week for it to get here, though.
Right. Yeah, I'm glad it's done, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah, big game tomorrow, man.
Yeah, we're gonna win. Y'all gonna lose.
I was like, I can't wear the jersey on, but I put it up. Hey, man.
We're gonna win. Y'all gonna lose.
Big win. Second win, I might add. This will be the second win.
He ain't playing tomorrow.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he ain't playing.
He'll be there in spirit.
Yeah. Matter of fact, they can put him on the court and y'all still lose.
I mean, he's about 65, so yeah,
There
probably. You're probably right.
There you go. We done figured it out. We done got Sean Stewart and started to play some. We're gonna be okay.
Yeah, you think this is the biggest rivalry in sports? They're saying it is.
It definitely is, man. Well, especially college sports. It's probably the biggest rivalry in sports.
Period.
Yeah.
You think it's lost its lusted over the years?
No.
You think it's still there?
Yeah, I think it's still there. I mean, you can have a good Duke team and a bad Carolina team, or a good Carolina team and a bad Duke team, and it'll still be the last game of the regular season. It'll still be intense. It just is what it is.
Yeah, it'll be a battle. Be tuned in, man.
But yeah, we taking this one.
We'll see. I don't think so, man. I think this is the year we go, 2-0.
I mean, y'all look good the other day, but it was Baycott's fourth senior night. So
why all the old jokes about Baycott, man? What's up?
RJ done had 3 senior nights, and Cormac Ryan, he's what, 37 years old.
There you go, man. You can't give us a break, man. You cannot give us a break.
All them old dudes, man. It's okay. Hey, you see that recruiting class coming in next year, though?
Yeah, you see my thumbs down when you sent it to me?
Yeah, I can understand why you give a thumbs down. All your old men be graduating, then them young pups gonna come in there and ta-da-da-da.
What's the dude? He was an African dude. What's his name? What's the guy that's
Don't
going?
try to pronounce that dude's name.
Oh yeah, never mind. I don't even try either, but yeah, y'all got a good recruiting class. We're gonna see though, man. On paper it don't count.
On paper it don't count.
It don't count.
I mean, which is why y'all was preseason #1 last year and didn't make the tournament. On paper it don't count.
Yeah, enough about basketball. Let's talk about some. Let's move on to boxing, man. Sometimes you gotta know when to say when. And Mike Tyson, at 57 years old, wants to fight 27-year-old Jake Paul. How you feel about this?
I think Mike done figured out I'm gonna get me another check. I mean, you look at Mike train, his hands are still fast. They ain't as fast as they was.
Yeah. But
if Jake Paul don't beat him, he need to quit though.
If did you say if?
Yeah.
You think Mike has a chance?
I mean, I don't.
Oh,
okay. That's what I'm saying. If Mike beat him, if it ain't, now this is one of them things, if it ain't fixed where it ends up in a draw.
Okay.
Kind of like Floyd and McGregor.
Yeah, I didn't like that fight. That was stupid.
Yeah, so yeah, I ain't Mike.
57 though, man.
He done figured out him a check. He got him a check.
But you think about it, man. Just think if Jake Paul just obliterates him, man. Just beats him down to a pulp. That'll be awful, right?
It will be, but that'll be what might make Mike say, okay, I'm done. That was it.
I
Because
think
if
Michael
it's
broke.
close, he'll fight again.
You think he broke?
It got to be something, man.
He might be broke.
It got to be something to try to get. Man, the training that he had to do, like you say, 50. Okay, yeah, he's not a normal human. He's 57 years old, though.
Yeah, 57, 57.
Exactly. He can come out there, he's going to take a pounding. He ain't going to avoid all them shots. Yeah. Yeah, he trying to make him some money. More power to him, but I don't feel real good about this one, Mike.
I don't either, man. I mean, it's set for July 20th. So you got time.
If Paul don't obliterate Mike, the fix is on.
Yeah. I mean, you think about your son is 30.
28.
Yeah, he's 28, so he's Jake Paul's age. And you're about Mike's age.
I ain't gonna fight him.
You ain't gonna fight him, are you? No chance. Anybody his age.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him.
You gonna have to.
So unless Mike taking a gun into that fight.
This is ugly, man. This is a bad idea. I'm telling you.
If it don't get real ugly, the fix is on.
Yeah, gotta be a fix. He don't get beat down.
But there are people that think Tyson gonna win. Yeah, 20-year-old Mike Tyson would have won.
These are people our age and older, huh?
Yeah, they're trying to hold on to the banner. No,
it's over, man. He ain't the same Mike in the 90s.
Yeah, Mike gonna go out there and he gonna get hurt if he don't hurt himself training.
Yeah, exactly. You know how hard he gonna have to train for this fight. I mean, come
on. They ain't getting my money.
When you think about boxers, though, man, think about it. Muhammad Ali. He should have stopped a long time before he did. And who else?
Larry Holmes. They don't know when to. They don't know when to give up. Mike should have stopped a long time.
Yeah, because he really didn't take a lot of hits through his career.
Exactly. He done had no long fights. He go in there, boom, boom, fight over.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be pretty.
Now he want to go in there at 57 years old and prove himself.
Who is pumping him up?
Is what's his name still alive? Don King.
Don King is still alive.
There you go. He probably still pumping him up.
Mike, you can do this. You're gonna get a good check and you're gonna whoop that young boy. Okay. You might get a good check, but it's gonna all be spent at the hospital.
You ain't lying. You remember in 1987?
Yeah, man. I had all my hair in 1987.
Yeah, saw it. I remember. Me too. We both did.
So, yeah. Don't.
So I'm gonna probably pay for this.
Man, you gonna waste your money.
I mean, what do you think? It's gonna be a short fight or a bad fight?
Well, they ain't gonna let it be short. I don't think they'll let it be short.
You don't think so?
Nah, I think it'll be a bad fight.
Do you remember that fight when Mike Tyson and what's his name? Roy
Jones.
Roy Jones. Did you see that one?
Yeah, them two old men, them two old uncles.
Now, if it's anything like that, I'll be mad because I did buy that one.
Hey, well, at least you got one that's in shape, one that's young. Yeah, Jake Paul, he's young. Roy wasn't young when him and old Mike was fighting, so maybe it'll be, man, it'll last some just because they ain't gonna let it. They ain't gonna let it be no knockout. Yeah, he'll hold Mike up so he don't fall or something.
That's awful. Well, speaking of losers, Nikki Haley's out. She's out of the race if she ever was in.
Yeah, now let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Which so far she has not endorsed Trump.
I don't think she will.
That's what's going to be interesting. Is she going to say, "All right, I give up. I endorse him"?
Because she has to endorse him pretty much to
Yeah,
stay
she
in the
signed
GOP.
papers saying she would endorse him. Funny, Trump didn't sign no papers because he didn't do no debates. So
None, not one. He didn't
how
need to.
you not do debates and still just landslide, just mollywop everybody?
His life is a debate. His whole career,
it sure is, man.
his whole career is a debate, man. He lives
But
that.
I told you though, the more I see him, the more I am leaning towards voting.
Yeah, it makes you think, right? It could be bad.
Very bad. So
yeah,
he got. I'm gonna get one of them shirts I sent you.
What did it say? Not again.
Yeah, nope, not again.
What was crazy? You sent it to me, and I was like, why? Where all these people come from? All of a sudden, they just started coming out saying they're against Trump. And Taylor Swift wore the shirt. She had the shirt on.
Yep, Taylor had the shirt on. And she needs to really wear that out in public. Let all the Swifties see that. They'll follow her.
But let me ask you this: is she saying no Trump? Is she promoting Biden? I like to see her endorse Biden.
Yeah, no, that'd be different. Right now, she's saying no Trump.
We all saying no Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, we are pretty much. But when you say Biden's my man,
that's different. It really is.
Totally. She ain't done that yet.
At least we know she said no Trump.
Yeah, she did say no Trump. And that's a start.
I mean, that just means they just won't vote.
Yeah. And Michelle, she finally acknowledged that she would not be running. You know, that was a rumor for a long time. She said no.
I'm glad she dispensed of that lie.
Yeah, it's like enough, right?
Yeah.
So people can stay focused on what, the task at hand. Hey.
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about Nikki Haley.
Oh, that's a boring conversation.
It's something that's not sports. I'm out.
Yeah, and it's not sports. I'm out.
See how that works. We're talking about Nikki Haley. All right, I'm out.
I don't want to hear
that. but I did go. I did show up. I told you I voted on Tuesday. It was interesting. I walked in. It was empty. I was like, wow. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's about the people working there, and then like 3 other people. And it was so in the on Tuesday you have to pick a side. Like you have to vote for your party. And me being an independent, I had a choice, but they ask you in public, ask you openly, like in front of everybody, which one you want, Democrat or Republican? Loud. And I was like, wait a minute. Can you whisper?
So what you trying to do to me?
Yeah. It wasn't what I thought. That's the first time I've voted in the primary.
I don't think I've ever voted in the primary.
Yeah, it's my first time, man. I probably won't do it again.
So
you don't have to vote for everybody either, by the way.
Who'd you vote for?
I will not say on this platform.
And they're like, see, back in the good old days, you couldn't talk about that stuff. Back in the days, white people would tell you how much sex them and their wives have.
But now, yeah.
But they ain't gonna tell you who they voted for, though. Now,
that's private. That's a private matter.
Well, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Did you vote for a person?
For a person?
As opposed to not committed.
I did vote for a person, not committed. I couldn't do the not committed thing.
Man, I couldn't do it. That's gonna be a problem, man.
I'm trying to think if it was on there.
Yeah. Because I saw it was like 30,000 people in North Carolina voted not
Yeah,
committed.
it was on there. It was on the. Yeah, it was on there. That's crazy, right?
That's a lot, man.
I can't do that. That's wasting my time. That's like me I might as well put Cornell West on there.
Yeah, that's literally a waste of time.
I mean, yeah. And, some people feel like it's a waste of time anyway because he won North Carolina. Trump won North Carolina.
At the very least, though, at least I'm gonna go if I'm a vote. Yeah. It might not. They might not win, but if I put not committed, I know that ain't doing nothing.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Shout out to everybody that all 4 of us that were there at my location.
So the question becomes,
yeah,
who do Nikki's people go to?
What, the people that supported her?
Mm-hmm.
I think they go to Biden because most of her people are against Trump.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Unless she has always said that America didn't want Biden or Trump.
Yeah.
Now, if she comes out and says, okay, I endorse Trump, she could say, well, I was wrong.
Yeah, she could.
And then all her people would get behind Trump.
Yeah. Yeah. But the whole time she's been against Trump, though.
Yeah,
openly.
So it'll be interesting.
And I think she wants to run again. So it's gonna be tough. It's almost like she needs to go outside her party.
Yeah, if she's not going to endorse him and she signed this paperwork saying that she would endorse him to be in the debate, she'll have to run as an independent or flip over to Democrat.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't think the Republicans will let her. Man, they'll squash her.
Oh yeah, she wouldn't be able to run as a Republican if she doesn't endorse Trump. It's gonna be impossible.
All in line.
Yeah, it's gonna be impossible.
Man,
you know who did win in North Carolina? Another winner. Oh, Mark Robinson, the lieutenant governor, who is running for governor. How you feel about Mark Robinson running for governor of North Carolina? How you feel about it?
Every brother ain't a brother because of color. This dude really believes in Make America Great Again.
Oh, he went back. He said let me play the clip. Let me just go ahead and start.
This narrative about Republicans being racist and side-them Mexican people and black people and women is ridiculous. This idiotic guy was on stage with Candace Owens a few days ago and asked her, what America are we going back to make America great again? The one where women couldn't vote or black people were swinging from trees? I would say to him, if I was standing in front of him, I absolutely want to go back to the America where women couldn't vote. You know why? Because in those days, we had people who fought for real social change, and they were called Republicans. And they are the reason why women can vote today. Those days that he talked about when black folks were swinging from trees, guess who it was out there fighting to bring that to an end, to bring Jim Crow to an end? It was Republicans.
It was Republicans.
So, brother, are you saying that you want us to go back to when women can't vote so you can fight for them? Are you saying you want to go back to when we hanging in trees so you can fight for us? We ain't doing none of that now. Women is voting and we ain't hanging in no trees most of the time.
Well, I'm play advocate here. So he's saying what I heard. He was saying that he wants to go back to a time where people stood up for things, stood up for something, their beliefs, and
that's what people are doing.
Are they? You think?
Yeah, they stand up for their beliefs. Their beliefs just don't line up with his beliefs.
That's a fact. Because he says some things about the transgender community, the Jewish community, a lot of people. He took some shots.
And here's the thing. Some of the stuff he says makes sense. It's how he says it.
He's very what's that, brash.
Niggerish.
Okay, yeah, that then. All right, we'll go with that. Yeah, he stands on business.
He stand on something.
He stand on business. It might not be good business, but it's business.
And I get so sick of people saying, vote your values, vote your values. Man, my values teach me that, God made male and female. That's what my values taught me. That's what the Bible teaches me. My Bible teaches me that abortion is wrong. That's what it teaches me. I can agree with you when you say that. My Bible also teaches me that if a brother is overcoming a fault, to approach that brother with love. That's where you miss it, buddy.
Yeah.
Do you hear any love out of this speech these people make?
It's more blame and anger and hate. It's not a lot of love. Is he a preacher? Is he a minister?
I don't know, but he sure act like one.
I thought he was. I gotta look it
Because
up.
they showed him at a couple churches.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's a preacher or if he was running for governor and they had him up there talking.
Yeah. Oh boy. You're right though. It's the way you say things.
Yeah.
A lot of things he says, a lot of people can align with as Christians.
But they just overlook how he says it.
Mm-hmm.
And man, look, I believe that you should show love, even if they're wrong. You don't have to endorse what they do, the lifestyle they live. You don't have to endorse it, but you need to show them love. You can draw people closer to Christ by showing love to them. Then you can tell them you're going to hell, you're a bunch of drag queens and all of that.
Yeah. Now, can he do that though? That's the thing. Like him being,
he can't do it now. It's not on brand.
But he can't. Yeah, he can't do it even as a politician. It would be hard for him to do it. You either got to stand for something or against something as a politician. You can't really play the middle ground too much.
That's the problem. But you need to find middle ground.
Yeah,
that's the problem that we've got right now is because nobody finds middle ground.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we'll ever do. We'll never do that. It's impossible almost.
I mean, because this guy, he could be on the verge of making history. Yeah. Our first black governor.
I would say he's gonna win.
I would too, but he ain't gonna get my black vote.
He can kiss your black vote goodbye.
That's right.
What is it that you hate the most about what he said? Don't like the most?
Abrasiveness. My thing is, when he's talking about the civil rights movement was a joke and MLK was a communist. And, man, I just don't feel like he would have my best interest at heart.
Right. Seems like he's coming from somewhere where he's really just trying to appeal to the right.
It's working because before I even realized who he was, I could think, man, over a year ago, I heard guys at work talking about they wish he would run for president.
I've heard that too. I heard the same thing last year. Yeah.
I'm like, man, I
don't know, man. He might win.
I've already voted for a guy because he was black.
Obama?
Sorry. Yep. Sorry, Robinson. You lose.
Okay. So if he makes this historical run and he wins and he'll be the first black governor of North Carolina, man, would that mean anything to you as a black man in North Carolina?
Maybe down the road it would.
Mhm.
Not immediately.
Not immediate, like lady, like, wow, he was the first black governor. He was a Republican. That's weird.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, not immediately, because I feel like, he was an Oreo.
Yeah. I feel like, so he's from North Carolina. He's from Greensboro. He's an Aggie. A&T. Aggie pride. So this man went to HBCU. I don't see people endorse it. I don't see people with Aggie pride.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't know he went to A&T. They ain't boasting him.
And you know what? The funny part, I had to look. So his wife, she's black too. She got a black wife from Greensboro. He's conservative, but I don't know. I feel like he's a good image, visibly, just a good visual image as a black man. But like he said, his abrasiveness, his harsh comments, it's gonna hurt him along the way. It hadn't hurt him yet. We're in North Carolina. When he goes national,
it ain't gonna hurt him in North Carolina.
But national, if he tries to run for president in 2028, as they're saying, 2028, he might run probably. That could hurt him.
I think if Trump wins, it won't hurt him. Because it just be Trump Jr.
He sound like Trump, right? On steroids.
It really does. Trump on Twinkies. But
yeah. On Twinkies.
if Trump doesn't win, yeah, it's gonna be a problem for him. I think if he does, this dude really might be president.
And it's hard. It's really hard to call a black man racist nowadays. If ever. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to look at a black man. You racist, mom.
Especially when you're like, you don't like us.
It don't hit the same when Trump does it. It's different.
Yeah. So, and he'll get the black vote. He ain't gonna get it in North Carolina.
Yeah, about to say.
He ain't gonna get it in North Carolina.
What black vote you think he'll get? Just because he black?
Just because he black. I mean, that didn't work for Uncle Tim though.
Until Uncle Tim is your vice president. I just love you.
And there's a chance.
Oh, he gonna be the vice president.
Oh, if Trump said, Mark, I know you just got the party nomination for governor. Why don't you run with me? They win.
That would be crazy.
They'd win.
That would be dangerous and scary.
It would, yeah.
Oh man, but
you got Trump and Uncle Ruckus running together.
Man, you're right. So you got that. We talk about how the left. Sometimes they go too far left.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's almost like they're the answer to the left. Like it's two extremes. You got the too extreme right and the far extreme left and nothing in the middle. That's kind of where we are.
Yeah. And that's the problem.
That's a major problem.
You need somebody that can reach across the line and try to bring people closer to the middle. Of these two candidates that we're going to have, we know which one would be closer to getting folk to the middle. But the Republicans, well, I'm not going to say, I'm going to say the MAGA Republicans, which is the majority of them, seems like they won't do it. Mm-mm. They don't care if the country suffers.
Yeah, they want him back.
Yeah, as long as they make it miserable for him. I was talking to a guy today, and he said, what I really hope is that the Democrats win the Senate and the House, and Trump wins the presidency. He said, and the reason I want that is so they can make his life miserable.
Like they did Obama.
Yep.
You couldn't pass anything.
And he's like, that's why I want that. I was like, well, I just don't want a Trump presidency.
Just don't want Trump. Oh, let me go ahead and correct. I may make a correction while we're here on Trump. So last week, I misspoke. I said I gave Trump. It happens, right? It happens. I said that Trump, freed a lot of the people in prison with the First Step Act. So, shout out to Jay. I won't give his whole name, but shout out to him. Thanks for listening and thanks for the input. So he said that wasn't all Trump. It started with Obama. Obama had already started implementing those plans. So I did a little further research. It actually started way back in 2004 with Bush.
W.
Yeah, he introduced the 2004. He introduced the Prisoner Reentry Initiative, and then it went to the Second Chance. Then Obama, he actually got rid of the 5-year mandatory for crack. So it kind of trickled down. Only thing President Trump did was really he just signed the bill.
Yeah,
but it took credit for it. So
of course, he took credit for it. But of course, I mean that's them at least working together. Something's been implemented, and I'm not going to just erase all of that stuff.
Yeah, it was a bipartisan bill. Yeah, so that's good.
We can give him that. He can spell his name.
Yeah, he wrote his name out. He did. He could write his name.
He probably printed it, but
yeah, maybe he didn't even write it. Who knows?
He rubber stamped his name. So.
Yeah, something. Yeah, so Mark Robinson, man, he's running against Stein. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win, but if it's him, it's gonna be crazy.
I will be shocked in North Carolina after the way certain people have hated Roy Cooper. I will be shocked if Mark Robinson isn't the first African American governor of North Carolina.
Yeah. Roy Cooper. I didn't have a major problem with Roy. I didn't like how he handled COVID too much. I thought
But you got to understand though, COVID was brand new.
I know.
These guys learning on the fly.
He did. He learned on the fly. I mean, you can't expect a lot, but I don't know.
Well, okay. Well, which one did you have more faith in their handling of COVID? Governor Cooper or President Trump?
Definitely not Trump. Yeah, he blew it. I don't care what anybody says. He did not. He panicked.
He did. After he wrote it off as nothing, then he telling y'all all this stuff you can take to kill yourself, but you can kill the virus.
I don't even see how people can defend that. That was like the worst, right?
Hey, but he can't say nothing wrong. He can't do wrong.
That's crazy to me. Like, how can you defend how he handled COVID? It was like the worst ever.
They defend everything that he does, everything that he says. He's like a cult leader. For those people, he's really like the Antichrist.
Yeah. Man, I don't get it. I guess I have to be a certain way to get it. Grow up a certain way. I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I don't understand it. Huh?
Touched.
Have to be touched.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know, man. I don't see it. I see why they like him because he's so arrogant. People like arrogant people sometimes. They like bullies.
And well, he's got that part down. And what kills me is the people who know he's jacked up.
Right.
They know how he is, but he's an outsider. No, he really ain't. I think he can get things done. So all this other stuff he's done, you're okay with that because it can benefit you. You think? Oh, man.
We live in a selfish society. If you think about it, it's all about what he can do for your group, your people.
Yeah, exactly. And I understand you're not voting him as pastor. I understand that. But gosh, can you find somebody with some type of morals and Trump's values? Come on. Oh yeah, he's going to tell you. He's going to tell you that he's going to stop abortions everywhere and he's going to do all this. He's telling you all that so he can get your vote because he know that's what you want to hear.
Yeah. He'll tell you whatever, man. He's a businessman. He's a shrewd businessman. And
yeah, and that's all it is. And he's going to end these woke schools. White people, could you please stop using woke in this manner? This was not how woke was originally used.
Yeah, woke has been hijacked forever. It's never coming back.
It's never coming back. Woke is now a 4-letter word. That's not what woke was.
No, it's right there with jiggy with it. It's pretty much
it's gone.
It's out.
So you have taken woke, which was our word, which was basically us being socially conscious, and you have taken it and turned it into a derogatory thing. It was something that Black people were socially conscious. You've turned it into LGBTQ. You turned it into everything you think is bad. You call it woke. So you took our word and you using it in a negative manner.
Yeah.
Don't get mad at me when I take your word and use it for my people in a positive manner.
Mostly positive.
Negative, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished.
Yes. Okay. Keep telling yourself that. Speaking of them,
yeah.
Charles Barkley. Charles said, let's play what Charles said, man.
Chad, and you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The Black population. It's incredible. You see Black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts.
When you heard that, what did you think? Big sigh.
First of all, I'm just going to say this. If I see a Black person walking around with Trump mugshot, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Charles.
No, Gail.
Charles.
Gail.
You really can't say that because A, you don't mean that.
Oh, I mean that sincerely.
So how you feel about Charles Barkley saying he's going to punch people in the face with Donald Trump shirt?
Charles knows he ain't going to do that because he's Charles Barkley. He got too much to lose. But, because originally, this is how, Trump is a businessman. When they showed that shirt, a lot of Black people wanted to get it.
Yeah.
But not as a way of representing Trump, but to say, ha.
And he was going to capitalize off of that.
He figured out a way to capitalize on it. Charles knows he ain't going to punch him in the face. Charles probably should have, but that's Charles Barkley. He probably should have explained it better. I think the next day or something, he backed off of that. But hey, you got to do better, people.
Yeah. If I see somebody, like we used to see people, Black people, even with those MAGA hats. I remember seeing a few, and I was just like, I look at them for a few minutes. I'm like, oh, it must be like stupid, or or they like Trump. Oh well.
Yeah, because I see it. I see white people with them, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I don't think none of it.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Because I wonder what you think about me.
Really?
If you can support this guy, I wonder, what do you think about me? Most of them are real good to speak to you. Hey, yeah, hey. I wonder, just because it's just like anybody, the Confederate flag
Mhm.
has become polarizing. To me, anybody who goes around with a Confederate flag shirt or some big old decal now is pretty much saying F you.
Oh, they are. Yeah. So you associate that the same way you do the Trump flag or the
Yeah.
Trump hat or Trump shirt.
Yeah, it's polarizing. And I saw one guy, he's got a Trump hat that says "Take America Back," and I've seen a lot of Trump things saying "Take America Back." For somebody who got all this January 6th stuff following him, that ain't a good slogan.
Yeah. Till he gets in and everybody's out. You know, he's gonna free them all. He got plans.
He got plans. I don't know how good them plans are, but he's gonna go on a revenge tour.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. He's already planned it out. He's got it. He's ready. Oh man. So you think whenever you see, I'm trying to think how I feel when I see a Trump. I don't think they're the same, but they have similarities for sure. The Trump flag and the Confederate flag or the Trump memorabilia, all that stuff. It does have some similarities for real.
Now, I will say the Confederate flag is more triggering for me.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, when I see Trump thing, I'm like, yeah, man, how do you really feel about black people?
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
most time you don't see, at least you don't see people who look like businessmen wearing them.
I was gonna say that. I was just as funny. I was just about to say that. A lot of people who are gonna vote for him, they don't really want people to know necessarily. They're just gonna vote. They don't have to wear his clothes and his shoes and flags and stuff. They don't have to do that. He's gonna vote for him.
That's how they pulled the okey doke on Hillary. And people was ashamed to admit they was gonna vote for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But they did.
And that's probably where we are right now. A lot of people might be ashamed to vote for him now, openly.
Yeah, so you think about that though. If all those people are ashamed to vote for him openly, think about all these that are not ashamed.
Yeah. It's going to be.
And the Democratic Party cannot afford to be non-committed.
Yeah.
Can't afford to vote non-committed.
No, you're non-committed. That's a vote for Trump for sure.
Exactly. You can't afford to do it.
And what's surprising about Charles Barkley is, to me, I want to say he was pretty conservative.
Yeah, he was. He was, and then younger Charles Barkley was just, well, I don't know about conservative. He was more like militant, but
maybe, yeah. But just some of the things I've heard him say in interviews was like, it kind of like pick yourself up by the bootstraps. It was kind of that message he was kind of putting out that seemed like a Republican talking point.
Yeah, but this was Charles outside. This is Charles after retirement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can remember Charles in the NBA and them talking about a bunch of fouls or something. And I can remember him very vividly saying, "These ain't the old Negro days. I know you white guys wish it was like that."
Oh, he said that. I didn't know that. Wow.
So as he grew older, he began to think differently.
Yeah.
And of course, some will say that's because they buying him now.
I'm about to say he got more money now. It changed his attitude.
Yeah, people, they say don't let money change you. It can change your attitude on some stuff when you get that type of money.
Yeah, which surprises me. He said this, but again, the entertainment industry, even in sports, is pretty much, it's a liberal.
Yeah,
it's a liberal. I mean, it's not gonna hurt him. He can say these type things.
Yeah, because he speaks up for LGBTQ.
He
and
never
all
did
of
that.
that. He
Mhm.
never did that before. So,
If you speak against it, yeah.
oh,
He could
and
lose his job.
yeah, in his job, he speak against it. He ain't
Yeah.
be there anymore.
Yeah.
That's it. So he probably playing the game.
That's what I was gonna say, man. It seems like, can you really believe these celebrities when they have these talking points sometimes? Do you think they just saying it to kind of
They playing
go
the game.
along to get along? Yeah, playing the game.
They playing the game.
Sucks, though, man.
And you know, your boy Uncle Whitlock had a thing of recording Charles telling all them LGBTQ he loved them at the party and stuff. Yeah, he's playing the game.
Man,
And you're supposed to love them though.
you are, but sometimes you can go too far.
Yeah,
Like you trying too hard, doing too much sometimes.
that's it. You can love them and not co-sign on what they're doing.
Yeah, not everything everybody does just because it can benefit you. It's not sincere.
There you go. So,
Man,
I don't know about Uncle Chuck, but I don't think he's gonna walk up and just punch black people in the face. He got too much to lose.
I mean, he's not a role model. He made it pretty clear. Remember that?
Yeah.
Not a role model.
I remember that commercial
Years ago.
So we're in different. I mean, we're in a different type of area anyway. I've never seen anybody wearing one of those Trump shirts, black or white.
I'm about the mugshot.
Yeah.
No, I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody wearing one.
Nah, I ain't seen that. Yeah, I mean, again, unheard of. We live in a weird time. Like the president has a mugshot, people wearing it. He's selling shoes. He's up for all these indictments.
And he bragging about it. That makes me like y'all black people. That's why y'all love me. First off, you ain't gonna tell me I love you.
Right.
But because they've been unjustly accused, and they know I have too. But nah, you really haven't, buddy.
I don't know, man. We live in a strange time, man.
I've never seen anything as strange
Me
as
either.
this.
Me either. Well, speaking of strange times, man, we were talking about Michael Jackson. I wanted you to watch that doc. Did you watch that old documentary with Michael Jackson?
I watched most of it till I don't know. As I'm getting older, I get soft.
You got sad.
I ain't just talking about pudgy, but because I'm watching, and then I sent you that text. Did anybody ever see if he had mental illness?
No, that's what I'm saying. I told what I said to you. I was like, man, they didn't care. That dude was making money. He got his family out of poverty. He ain't had no time to think about none of that. He had mental problems, but nobody.
Yeah, I really think he suffered a mental illness.
Yeah,
and if he did, and we trying to bring all this stuff up about him, he's mentally ill.
But did anybody care?
They ain't care. But they sure let Gypsy Rose get off killing the mama. But because of the way her mama treated her, so they say she's mentally ill. And she kill her mama. The dude who does it is really mentally ill, and he's still sitting in prison.
He ain't never getting out.
Never getting out. So man, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
I think somebody should have said we really need it. Michael is. I know he didn't have a childhood. I understand that, but he's too kid-like.
Yeah. I mean, you think about no childhood, not even a little bit. All he did was perform and tour at 8 years old?
But he had older brothers.
What does that mean?
He ought to learn some manhoodness watching his brothers. Because he was talking about his brothers be having girls in there.
But they didn't really have a childhood either.
Shoot, Tito was about 37 when they started singing. When he started singing.
Oh, yeah, he was a little older. But I'm just saying they didn't. But you see, he's probably the most well-rounded one out of all of them is Tito. He's normal.
The one that just played the guitar.
Yeah, he just chill. You see him now, he didn't change his face. He still looks like a regular black man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I just feel like, and maybe it was Joseph's fault, but I just feel like there was some mental illness there. But we rather just I don't know. We rather just say he was bad. He was a bad guy.
He was abused. Let's just be honest. Let's keep it all real. He was abused. He was an abused child. That's what he was.
Yeah, he was, but that doesn't because he got so famous. We don't look at that. It's like at certain points they'll get so high that we don't look at, okay, well, what really happened to them in their childhood?
Mm-hmm.
Even with R. Kelly, you can't tell me R. Kelly was a messed up individual.
Right.
But if it's certain people, if things happen to them in their childhood, we'll let that be an excuse for them to do what they want to do. If it's other people, you just got to be tough and get through that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to say even other people, it's just now becoming acceptable to get help and seek help, and mental illness is a thing. But back then, 80s, you just going to jail.
That's it.
You're going to prison.
You're either going to prison or they be like, nah, it wasn't that big a deal anyway.
Yeah, either way.
So either way, you wasn't getting help.
Right, you're not getting to the root of the problem. Yeah, so because Mike, man, you think about it. If you look at old pictures of Michael Jackson in the late 70s, still brown skin. Yeah, when he was black, brown skin,
had
nose.
The Roman nose.
Mm-hmm.
Roman all over his face.
Yeah, but you look in what, 83, 84? He started changing up. His nose started getting smaller.
That nose got different. Then next thing you know, that skin.
Yeah, now it'll be called body dysphoria.
Yes, it would be.
Back then it was just wacko jacko. He crazy.
There you go. He started out a poor black boy, and now he's a rich white woman. Look at it.
For real. Hey, you ain't lying though. That's exactly. Just laughed at him and just made fun. I don't think it would happen today.
With that, we have come a long way.
Yeah, but look what we had to lose. We lost him.
Yeah, the greatest.
Yeah, we lost a lot of people like that. But Michael Jackson, man, he's a legend. We didn't stand up for Mike either. No, I don't feel like
we said he was weird. He was wacko jacko. I forgot about that.
Wacko jacko, man.
He just became weird, and it's funny because I don't recall anybody saying he's a sellout. It was just like he don't want to be black, but we ain't call him no sellout.
Kinda. You don't think so? When he started bleaching his skin, we thought he was.
We thought he wanted to be white, but we were still buying. We still bought bad. We still bought black or white and all that.
Yeah.
When it was white Michael, we were still buying it.
Still buying it, but we wasn't. We still laughing behind his back. Man, he crazy, but that music though.
Yeah, he still got this going on though, man. Yeah, man.
And now they're trying to tie his death in with the allegation with Puff. Did you see that?
I saw that.
So yeah, they're trying to say his bodyguard could have been responsible for Michael Jackson's death, allegedly. And which is weird. If that's all tied together, that's crazy.
That's really weird. And I'm telling you, these people dig. They saw where he graduated from college. He's a business major, concentration in real estate, and 1 year after graduation, he's Michael's head of security.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was Puffy's bodyguard too, right? And
Yeah.
and supposedly got rid of some people for Puff, allegedly.
Yeah.
Man, this is crazy.
And you know, you wonder in Hollywood, all this stuff really could be connected.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Puff.
Yeah, Puff.
Puff is over. I'm sorry. He's coming back from this. I don't care what you come out with.
He got issues now. Yeah.
I mean, did you hear the latest? You know Columbus Short. You know him?
Yeah, I know who Columbus Short is.
All right, well, check this out. This is what he had to say.
The BET Awards were happening in town. I didn't go because I wasn't nominated. So I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not nominated. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting my back crib. So about 2:30 in the morning, 2:15, 2:30 in the morning, phone rings. This is an unknown number. I don't answer unknown numbers. But, you know, my wife looking at me like, yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah, pick that up.
I want to know about this.
So I put it on speaker. Yeah. I picked it up. I say, who is this? Sean. I'm like, Sean? Puff. I'm like, oh, what's good?
Talking low like that?
Talking low. So I was like, hey, what's good? I said, what's cracking? He said, we didn't see you tonight at the BET Awards. We didn't see you tonight. He said,
You're checking in.
He said, what you doing? I was like, oh man, I'm at the crib. He said, oh yeah, we over here at the he said, I'm over here at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I said, oh, for real? So who over there? Just me.
Come on, man. That man ain't said, you serious?
He said, just me. So my wife, she's I'm over here on the suspect list.
What the heck?
So he tried to crack on like a lot of men. It wasn't just,
2:30 in the morning. That's a booty call.
Yeah. Calling a man, hey man, what you doing?
Here's my question though, Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why did he feel comfortable enough to call you at 2:30 in the morning?
I don't know, man. Maybe he thought he was cute.
Well, why did he think I can call this man at 2:30 in the morning?
Because he's not that famous. What about that?
Man, I'm figuring
he's not that famous though.
If you're trying to groom somebody, you ain't trying to groom him at no 2:30 in the morning calling him. Unless you done heard something.
Maybe. Or it's just Puff thinking he just arrogant.
Yeah, I'm Puff. Well, I mean, Puff,
yeah.
you might have had a chance to get any woman you wanted before all this. You ain't getting any man you want.
He tried.
You mess around and get beat down.
It's a lot of allegations with Usher, of course. They saying Usher was involved in this, and
yeah, man. Meek Mill, he got hot. Y'all ain't gonna bring me into this.
Meek was not having it. He said, man, y'all, yeah. He said, not me.
And see, I think that's how I would have responded.
Get mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been like, man, that lie just go away. Like, no, look, it wasn't me.
Hey, but don't you think sometimes people over-explain? I think
absolutely, they do.
He was on the borderline of over-explaining.
They definitely do. They get to talking too much. You're like, yeah, here it comes. Here come the lie. Yeah, all he had to do was like, look, that's wrong. It wasn't me, period.
Yeah, I was just like, man, I was like, oh, Meek Mill, he tried to, he started getting gangster. I'm a killer. He about to tell his cases they done caught.
You like, what you like? Who are you trying to convince?
Yeah, like, bro, we know.
Is it because you really got something going on there, bro?
Yeah, old Meek, man. Yeah, he wasn't having it. But yeah, Puff, man, I don't care. He'll have to dig up Biggie to make a comeback. Like, it ain't gonna be there's no way. No way.
Well, just it might as well be like, just all right, I'm done. I had a good run.
Had a great run.
Now I'm just trying to hold on to some of this money I got without having to pay everybody. Puff gonna mess around. He gonna be fighting Jake Paul.
That's how bad it's gonna get for him.
I gotta make some money, man. I gotta make some money.
Oh no.
I can dance. Look at me, I can dance.
Yeah, I can dance. Take that. But
yeah, man. Hey, Puff. Hey.
You know who I want to hear from though?
Who?
Remember the dude with the umbrella?
Farnsworth.
I want to hear from him, man. He got to know.
I saw
Really?
something where he had said he was gonna speak out. But he ain't said nothing.
Bentley
Farnsworth
Farnsworth.
would probably know where the bodies are buried.
Yeah, he know a lot. Man.
Did you see where that woman came out and said Shine didn't shoot her? It was Puff.
I did not. I wasn't surprised though. I wouldn't be surprised.
They paid allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
They paid Shine $1 million to take the rap.
After he got out.
To go in.
Oh, to go in. But
Yeah.
He did like what, 10 years?
Yeah. Man, 10 years ain't worth no $1 million for me. I'm sorry. I'd be like, sorry, Puff.
Nah, that ain't enough money for me. I don't think you could pay me to go to prison.
I'm like, no, buddy. You did it. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you couldn't pay me. Speaking of prison, you see Big Meech is getting out 2025 now. Big Meech.
It's gonna be interesting.
But think about how long he was in them, 30 years for a nonviolent crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. But man, them dudes was big time. It was nonviolent, but it was still killing people.
Indirectly.
Yeah. So
Well, maybe directly.
yeah, so yeah. Hey, do your time. Look, that's one I can't say, man, he shouldn't have got all that time. He probably should have.
You think so?
It ain't no telling what happened when he was in there either. How we know he ain't get his time extended?
True. That's a long time, man. But yeah, I mean, he gonna be paid when he get out. I'm sure he signed something for those rights to the BMF show.
Yeah. He's probably getting paid right now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, speaking of baby daddies, we wasn't, but I'll throw that in there. Jerry Jones. We didn't get to this last week. Jerry Jones. He gonna have a baby.
No. What it is, it's a grown woman.
Oh, okay. Good.
it ain't one of them Niagara cases.
That's why I said ew. That was my response. Ew.
She's grown. I think she's like 27, 28. Yeah, that's it. But Jerry wasn't gonna never claim her if she's his kid. And he wasn't gonna take no blood, he wasn't gonna take no test. He wasn't gonna fool with Dana. So now they're making him take it. So
you're gonna get paid.
Yeah, that's it. Shoot, your daddy a billionaire. He ain't raised you all this time.
That's
your
crazy.
mama kept telling you Jerry's your daddy. Because you figure if she's 27, Jerry 80 years old. So he was my age.
Mm-hmm. That's some back child support right. That's some crazy back child support right there.
Man, I can't see myself making no baby at my age.
Me either.
And Jerry making them, and allegedly. I mean, we'll find out if she's a Jones girl.
She might be in the booth. We'll see her. She probably be in the booth.
Man, you know his wife is gonna ooze. You know she's furious with him.
I mean, can you let's be hypothetical? Could your wife really be mad at you when the kid's 27 years old? I mean, like yeah, But I'm just saying, like, let's say she knew about an infidelity. Let's say she knew what had happened, but she didn't know there was a kid.
I
She
think
didn't-
she can not be mad at him if he didn't know there was a kid.
Yeah, what if he didn't know?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
But
But
if
if
he
he knew
knew,
there was a kid for almost 30 years, and they got so much money, she ain't checking the dimes that he sent. But I don't think he was paying any child support.
nah.
Yeah, I don't think she could be mad then. Now, if he knew it was a kid all that time, yeah, she can be hot.
How you hold a secret like that, man? That's a
Yeah, I
crazy
don't see how
secret.
you hide a whole baby
Oh, baby out there.
for 30 years.
Just chilling.
And
Yeah, I thought that he had a new baby. I'm like, what he out here doing? Popping them pills?
you think he Abraham?
I ain't know what he was doing, man. I know.
No, she's grown. She's doing her own suing. It ain't the mama.
Okay. Okay.
But I think the mama had been told her all along, that's your daddy.
Mm.
So,
Oh,
and it very well, maybe it was maybe the daddy wasn't no good, and the mama knew Jerry, and she was like, well, I'm gonna make, instead of my daughter realizing that her daddy is Ned the Wino,
mm-hmm.
let me tell her it's Jerry Jones. And
Hey,
she's probably thinking he'll never meet her. And that girl like, this dude is worth billions. I'm gonna meet him.
meet him for sure. Give me a job, especially if her life ain't all there. You know, ain't all together.
There you go. If it ain't all together, she just hit the jackpot. And look, mama, if you didn't want to, if you didn't want to take advantage of it in your day, mama, that's okay. But I'm here as a result of him. I want my money.
All of it. All that back child support. That's wild.
Yeah, give me a part of the Cowboys. They're worth $9 billion.
That's all she needs. A little piece, just a little chunk.
There you go. Give me a couple billion. I won't bother you no more. Thank you, Daddy.
Thank pops. Oh man. Well, let's get Q&A section, man. This one's for you.
Uh-oh.
This is for you. This is Q&A from one of our listeners. They had asked about the Hebrew roots rise. Are you familiar with that?
I'm familiar with what it is. I don't really understand the question.
It said a question, I guess it's about holidays. Why the rise in organized church, Sabbath day, original calendar? Why isn't it taught today? What's the controversy around it? I guess the Hebrew roots is like a organization that's kind of outside the Christian faith.
Well, what it is, they I don't know if they profess Christianity, but what they do is they believe in the Old Testament law. They believe in the Torah.
The Torah, yep.
But it also, I think they also believe that Jesus is Savior. Where those two don't run together for me is if Jesus is Savior and he died for your sins, I'm no longer bound to the Mosaic law. I know they'll take a scripture in the New Testament where Jesus basically says, I didn't come here to abolish the law or whatever. I came to fulfill it. So they take that and say, that means we're still supposed to follow the law. So when we follow the law, we got to follow the law. Dietary laws, you know, you'd fit in with them type of people, those type of people. You can't eat no pork. But if you're gonna follow the law, you got to follow all of the law. That's what the law teaches you. That if you break one, you break them all.
Okay.
So just if I don't eat pork, that's okay. But if I wear blended clothes, I'm breaking the law.
Mm.
So they believe that we're supposed to stick to the law. Jesus, who, yes, he was a Jew, and he did follow the law because he was a Jew and wasn't no Christians then. But he says, I came to fulfill the law. When something is fulfilled, what that mean?
It's done. It's
There
complete.
you go.
Yeah.
I came to complete the law.
Mm-hmm.
So either Jesus is right or he's wrong. If Jesus is wrong, Jesus is not God, because God can't be wrong.
True.
So these people who say that Jesus is Savior, but Jesus wants us to, but he's Savior, but we follow the law, they're making Jesus' sacrifice of his life of no effect because I still got to follow the law. So if I still got to follow the law, how can I accept Jesus as Savior? Because when he's accepted as Savior, that means I don't have to make these animal sacrifices and all of this stuff right now because he has made me right with God. But if I got to follow the law, I got to keep making these sacrifices, even though he's Savior. See, it's confusing.
So most preachers preach from the Bible, King James Bible, but it sounds like the Hebrew roots, they use the Torah.
Well, the
and
Torah,
strictly.
the Torah's is the beginning chapters of the Bible. That's
It's
just
the beginning chapters. Okay.
I think like the first 5 chapters. So they pretty much base it off of that.
Okay.
But then you're forgetting everything else. You're forgetting Jesus came to sacrifice his life, so we no longer have to make sacrifices. So when he dies for our sins, all that other stuff, the law is fulfilled.
Okay.
Even on the cross, Jesus says it is finished. Now he's not saying at that point my life is finished. He's saying I brought the law to completion. So I can't come back and say, well, we should follow it. If I say we should follow it, then I'm saying Jesus told a lie. Once again, if Jesus lies, he ain't God.
So let me ask you, so she asked about the Sabbath day.
I think we all in agreement that the Sabbath day is Saturday. The reason that
Saturday. Okay.
It's the 7th day. It's on the 7th day he rested. The reason that we worship on Sunday as Christians is because that's the day that Christ was resurrected. So we come and we worship as a way of honoring him for that day. We honor him on that day because that's the day that he was resurrected. I don't have a problem with people saying, well, I'm going to do it on the Sabbath, and the Sabbath is Saturday, and I'm not going to do anything on Saturday. You know what? Because the Sabbath is Saturday. But this is we're honoring him when we have service and we do our things on Sunday.
Okay. The original calendar.
Yeah, I got a problem. I understand that.
Okay, I'm not sure. We'll have to ask about that.
I know in everything I've looked at, and I know this can't be the answer she's looking for, is basically originally the calendar, it was off by some seconds or something when they had it broken down, and it messed up the timing of the religious observances or the religious days. So they changed it to where it became what the months we've got and the days that they have, so it would line up more with the religious services, which is why Easter is never the same from one year to the next, because it's lining up with what the observance was.
Yeah. And I guess what she's asking too, with all these things have been taught that aren't the same, or we've been taught a lie.
It depends on what we're being taught.
Like we're taught that the Sabbath, which I didn't know. I always thought Sunday.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. There are certain things that we don't have to agree on. There are certain things that are non-essential. What is essential is believing that Jesus died for your sins, that he rose on the third day. He was the ultimate sacrifice for your sins. That's essential.
That's the most important.
There are things that churches, even denominations, are going to argue about for the end of time, and they're not essential. Can there be a woman preacher? The Bible speaks of it. There are certain things that I believe that ain't essential.
Gotcha.
Did Jesus die for your sins on the cross? Was he resurrected the third day?
There you go. I hope we answered it. Hope you answered it. Hey.
Probably didn't.
Sounded good to me. We didn't. Please give us some feedback.
Yeah, and can you give us the question in the form of a question?
Yeah.
And that's not trying to be funny. I just don't. I want to give an informed answer.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, keep the Q&A coming. Well, man, moving on a little bit. We talked about this. Top 5 sports movies of all time. You had some questionable ones, but give me your top 5.
I probably did, because I really ain't a big sports movie fan. Because I tell you what now,
you
know what my favorite is? And it ain't on that list I sent you.
Oh, what is it?
The Water Boy.
Man, that's not a sports movie.
Why ain't it?
Boy. Man, I don't know, man. That's more. I don't know. Let me see what movie. Man, I'm trying to think. What did you send me before?
Any Given Sunday.
Are you gonna do these in order? Is it top 5?
Man, I'm trying to remember the ones I sent you.
I'm looking. Yeah, I think you said Any Given Sunday. Wait a minute. What was it? Not the Replacements.
It was.
We'll go with that.
The same thing we went through before.
I know. I was like, wait a minute.
It's the one. You got Adam Sandler, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I know what you're talking about. God, what was the name of that movie? Let me give you my top 5. I'm looking through your text. My top 5 starting at number 5 was Blue Chips.
I like Blue Chips.
Number 4, Friday Night Lights.
I had that in there.
Number 3, Any Given Sunday. Number 2, it's going to sound like a soft one here, but Love and Basketball. Sorry, I like that one. Love and Basketball.
You big old punk.
Hey, man, you just crying at a Michael Jackson doc 20 years ago.
I'm soft.
Oh, number 1 is pretty soft, too. It's a Disney movie. Remember the Titans.
That's a good movie.
Number
Oh,
one.
I'll tell you what mine was.
What was it? I can't find it.
Any Given Sunday.
At 1?
After the order I did them.
Okay.
Yeah, Rocky 3.
Better than 4? Okay.
I like 3 better than 4. Blue
Okay.
Chips.
Yeah.
Creed. And darn it. I said, and what's the one Adam Sandler? The Longest Yard.
The Longest Yard. That's it. I'm like, man, what is he talking about with Adam Sandler? I'm thinking all kinds of movies. Yeah, we both agree with Any Given Sunday and Blue Chips. I think we agree.
Hey, my favorite is it's Waterboy.
That's number 1 for you, Waterboy.
Hey, if people can argue that Die Hard is a Christmas movie,
I never agree with that. That's crazy.
the Waterboy was great, man.
Waterboy was a funny movie, but against the heavy hitters, man, like Friday Night Lights and Any Given Sunday, though.
I
Come
didn't
on,
even have Friday Night Lights on there, did I?
you didn't. I'm
I
surprised.
almost put Rocky 1 on there.
The original, yeah, Rocky 1 was good, but 4, oh, 4 is
I
my
like
favorite.
3. I like 3, but I guess because I like Mr. T's character.
Yeah.
Come here, woman. I bet you go to bed at night wish you had a real man.
That's when your boy died. Didn't he die in 3? Mickey.
No, that was 4.
Oh, he did. Nah.
Yeah.
Apollo died in 4.
Apollo. Oh, you talking about when Mickey died? Yeah, Mickey died in 3.
Mickey died in 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my favorite Rocky movie.
And you know what? I've never seen Creed.
Creed is a good movie. Creed 1 and 2 are good. This Jonathan Majors one is all right. Creed is good.
I might have to watch Creed because I'm a Rocky fan too, man.
Creed is good. But see, Creed 3, Rocky ain't in it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's, I ain't, Creed 3 wasn't that good. But yeah, I like Creed.
Okay.
You need to watch it.
I'm going to have to watch Creed.
You ain't black if you ain't watch Creed.
Oh, man, don't start that. Just because you got your one black movie in for the year. It took you 20 some years.
Hey, I get plenty of black movies in. I just don't get picking any movies in.
There you go. Oh, there you go, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, gotta watch Creed. Gotta watch Creed and Creed 2. By that time, you'll be like, well, let me watch Creed 3. Creed 3 just ain't as good.
Okay. I'm going for it, man. I'm gonna try it. Oh, Dr. Umar, man. Dr. Umar is back.
Hey,
I like this interview.
Bad. Yeah, he wasn't bad this time.
He was on Nick Cannon's show called Council Culture.
Yeah.
Good show. He talked about a lot.
Yeah.
He went in.
This is a Dr. Umar you can understand, you can get behind.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't all racist and
he wasn't racist, but he was trying to lift up our black boys. But that's not being racist.
No.
That's trying to help our young black men.
Let me ask you this. Is it okay to hold a mirror up and talk about these issues publicly, though? I mean, that's the only way to get it out, obviously.
That's the only way to get it out.
But to some people, it seems a little almost right-wingish when you talk about our issues on platforms about the fathers not being in the home and all these kind of things. Do you think that's a bad thing?
It's all in presentation. How did he present that?
You're right, because he presented out of concern.
Now you take him and you take Charleston White making that presentation.
It's different.
It's different. It's all in how you present it. Just like I would tell those on the right, It's all in how you present it.
Mm-hmm.
There are more people that believe like you that transgenderism isn't right. There are more people who believe that abortion isn't right. But the way you present it makes people put up a shield and be like, I ain't trying to hear that because you ain't doing nothing but spewing hate.
Yeah.
Take Umar's conversation and a Charleston White conversation. You'll listen to Umar, which whoever thought we would say that?
Well, it was different this time. I'm gonna play this clip, man. He was discussing some things like we were talking about.
I got with the parent who say my child gonna go to college to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer. I got 3 questions for you. You gonna send that boy right there who smoked weed all day with his pants sagging with 50 tattoos on his body to Morehouse and Spelman, $50,000 a year? Let me ask you 3 questions before you pay that tuition. Number 1, did you raise him with the discipline he needs to be successful? Because I'm sick and tired of black parents cursing their kids out when they get kicked out of college for academic failure when you know you raised a lazy ass black child. Number 1, if your child ain't got the discipline to go to college and succeed, why are you sending them? Number 2, is your child about to major in something relevant? It's not just going to college. Are you majoring in a career that actually makes sense? If you go and get you a PhD in grasshopper reproduction, what career are you going to have being an expert in grasshopper reproduction? Nothing. You got to make sure your children major in something that is relevant. But if they ain't got the discipline to finish the degree, why did you send them?
Again, good points.
A good point. And it sounds harsh, don't it?
It does.
And with this whole conversation, it built up to that. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't calling, I mean, he wasn't calling them the way Charleston White called them. He wasn't calling them, you know, your favorite word. He wasn't calling nigga, 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 nigga. I'll make my favorite word.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that. But he was, like you said, he was holding a mirror to your face. You have this expectation. Have you prepared this child for this? Why are you going to waste your money, be mad at your child when you know he don't do nothing? That's the conversation that we need to have with one another.
Yeah.
Because in the words of this great poet, says, sometimes I believe the hype man. We mess it up ourselves and blame the white man.
Ice Cube.
There you go.
Great poet, Ice Cube. Right?
So sometimes you need to sit and look at yourself. Are we setting our children up for failure? Man, I'm with Umar on there. I'm with it.
Well, yeah, like we were talking about trade schools last week. It's not a bad idea. You know, we look at trade schools now instead of trying to send them, 4-year colleges and come out, trying to find a job and they can't find them.
People, we need electricians.
They're needed for sure.
We need plumbers. I mean, these are things we need. And if we ain't got no black people doing them, guess who? If the historical Jones School needs work done, and they would love to keep the money with a black business, but there aren't any black businesses, who's going to get the money?
Yeah, exactly.
Because a brother's all right for a drinking buddy. That's just words of Fred Sanford. Don't nobody think I'm saying that. But if the brother ain't got no papers, I can't bring him in to do this job.
No. Not legally.
That's it. But if something go wrong with it, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. And those jobs are out there. Like you said, plumbers, electricians, they're needed, man.
They are needed. Everybody's not going to be a business person. Everybody's not going to be a CEO. Everybody's not going to be a doctor. We need folk that can fix stuff.
Yep. So he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth.
And there's money to be made in it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Well, or we can go ahead. What you saying?
Everybody gonna need, and this is somebody I went to school with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he went to a different school. We were the same age and knew him growing up. Everybody needs somebody that's gonna cut down trees safely. And think of the money they make when they do that kind of stuff.
Oh, it's expensive. I had some cut.
Ain't
cheap, is it?
Cheap at all.
Shoot.
But we don't think about those kind of jobs.
Let me say this, and they're needed more because of men like myself who don't know how to do anything like that.
I can't do it.
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
those who aren't great with their hands, man. Like, we need those people that are good with their hands to do these type jobs, man. For real.
There are jobs in this house that my wife will get the instruction manual and figure out how to do.
Mine too, man.
I can't do it.
Mine does the same thing.
I can't do it.
But don't you feel bad though sometimes? I do.
I used to.
I'm getting better with it.
Yeah, I mean, and now it's not so much. I'm like, well, shoot, I can't do it. It's either that, and then you know how men are. If I call in, I come and hire some man to do it. You mean you couldn't do this? Look, nigga, I'm paying you to do this.
Right.
He asking me.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, that ain't my thing. That is not my thing.
It's not mine either. Not mine. But hey, I'll pay somebody to do it.
There you go.
That's part of it, right?
Hey, as long as I can afford to pay somebody to do it, have at it, buddy.
Have at it. It's yours. Man. But it's International Women's Day, man. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Shout out to the ladies. All the women out there, man.
I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
Yeah, had a little tune.
Yeah. Go ladies, go ladies, go ladies, go ladies, go ladies, go ladies, go ladies.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I don't like women. Women.
Shout out to the women. That's my dedication.
You set me up, man.
Gotta get you back when the can go. All the women out there, man. Shout out to the ladies.
Man.
Oh, shout out to the ladies, man.
Hey, man, thank y'all for all y'all do. If we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a woman.
Literally, physically, figuratively, literally, all that.
Yeah, all of that, yo.
All of it.
We wouldn't be here without you.
You ain't lying, man.
And even to this day, we couldn't function without you.
Or put things together. Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, we can't put stuff together. We can cook, but not enough for us to enjoy the cooking
or survive. Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
yeah,
man.
Yeah,
and
man.
not to say that that's all y'all are.
Yeah, you might want to. Yeah, right.
Yeah, not to say that. You know why? You know why you never buy a woman a watch?
Why?
Because there's a clock in the kitchen. Ha!
There you go. This is International Women's Day, and then you can make a sexist joke like that, man. Oh.
Well, why we don't get no day?
They're gonna say it's every day for us.
Every
right?
day, like the same thing we tell white people when they talk about why it ain't no White History Month. Y'all get every month.
Yeah,
y'all get every day.
Yeah, at least we can enjoy Black History Month, sort of.
Yeah. I mean, y'all get every day. So yeah, but yeah, for real. Thank you, women. Thank you,
thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Women.
that set me up, buddy. That was good.
Oh,
I'm thinking this ain't Tupac. Oh, I'm not gay no more.
Oh man. Oh man.
Let Jesus calling.
Close. Oh man, leave us on a positive note, man.
Hey man, ladies, we love you. We thank you for all that you do, even though you don't get the credit you always deserve. There you go. Fellas, appreciate the ladies.
That's right.
Can't nobody cook like them.
That's right. I love it.
Chat. And, you know,
I was here to play women. I just love that drop. I love that drop. All right. Oh, good show as always, man. Please subscribe, listen, do all that.
Yeah, and if you can ask us, if we didn't answer the question, ask us in another way.
Yeah. Yeah, please keep the questions coming though. Try to get through them. And corrections. If we say something wrong, we don't always fact check. We should fact check more.
We should, but we pretty much know the facts we speaking.
Yeah, for the most part. All right, bro. Good show, man.
All right, man. Love you, man.
I love you. All right. Stay culture, no cap. Peace.